A few of you left comments on the last video querying about these pockets with the pots I'd put in. I've described it on the video last year sometime, but anyway, I'll just tell you what it is. On this side, we have club root on various areas, and in an attempt to combat it, I use a chemical. It's very similar to Jay's fluid called R-Militox, and you dilute this with water. And what I do is, when I've bored the holes, I pour it into the planting hole, and you leave it then for about 10 days before you can actually plant the actual plant into there, and it sterilises the soil. The idea of these pots is so that if we have any rain or when I actually water or out, the hole doesn't collapse, and that's all it is. So when it comes out to planting time, I'll be lifting out the pot, putting lime into the hole and putting the plant in, and that's about it. While we're out here, I'll just show the French breakfast radish. I can't believe how fast they've actually grown. We've already had about 2 or 3 pickings, and I'm just going to have these now because I love a radish. I'll just give it a quick wash under the tap and crunch. I'm just in the greenhouse now, and looking at the sunflowers. They're still in the 3-inch pots. They definitely need potting on. I'm about 3 foot high, probably a bit higher. You may recall a while back I said that I'd do very little to the celery other than sow it, and here it is. That there is as I left it, or as I sowed it in the pots. All I've done is watered it when I think about it, and as you can see the height of that now, that's just ready now for pricking out into a 24 cell tray. I'll grow it on a little bit more in there before it goes out into the ground. And the other disaster that I had, you may recall, the sweet corn, 9 out of 50. Well, I've sowed another 50, and look what's happened. I think I got 47 so far out of 50 have germinated, which doesn't make sense. Same seed, same compost, same method by soaking the seeds. That's what happens. Whilst I was at Malvern Shower, I managed to pick some of these up. It's artificial grass, hanging basket liners. And you may recall in the baskets of the last year and the year before or so, it's an artificial liner, but I punched holes in for when I did side plantings. Well, last year and from now on, I think I'm just be growing pendular begonias from corms, so there's no need for the side holes. And hopefully these will last a good few years. I paid, I think it was £20 for 6, and they'll do up to a 14-inch basket, so let's see how they go. Good morning all, you join me on what started a beautiful morning, although looking at the forecast in a couple of hours we've got a bit of rain coming in. However, that gives us a window of opportunity to get the brassicas in, and we're starting off with the sprouts, once I finish this of course. I've got all the line pins in place now. This is to support the canes when the net goes over. Now the normal practice for me is to fill one bed completely with sprouts, 6 rows of 4, 24 plants in total. What I did find was that during the end of the season, the plants in the centre, which hadn't got as much light, didn't throw so much sprouts off. So what I've decided to do this year is to just plant 2 rows on the end, and that's going to go right the way along, and I'll still get the same 24 plants. However, they'll both get equal light. These pallet support collars have really done me well with the acting as a temporary cold frame. And as you can see, the brassicas have, well, come on really good and just right for going out now. But as usual, they look very, very similar. Fortunately, my numbering system saved me. I've just got to look for all the number 8s. mentioned earlier the bed has already been treated with our Armelatox solution about 10 days ago, so we're ready for planting. However, the other thing I do is add a handful of garden lime into the planting hole, and that also helps ward off any signs of club root. And as usual with all brassicas, we can plant them a little bit deeper. I just got the last plant in, and then the heavens opened up. It did a far better job than I could ever dream of watering them in, so I'll let it get on with it. In the meantime, I'll put this cover over to keep away the local squadron of pigeons. Okay folks, I'll just bring you up to date what's been happening today. It's been a glorious day, plenty of sunshine, a few dull clouds but no rain. As you can see, I've got the framework already in position now with the canes and the pins, so that's ready to take the net. I'll just talk you through what I've planted. Put these in earlier yesterday. There's 2 rows of 12 plants each. These are the Brussels sprouts, the variety is Bosworth, and so the idea of that is that the plants don't cast any shadows on each other, so hopefully that'll work. Moving along the end here, there's 4 plants right there in the line, and these are the CALABRESE, the Ironman, and I've repeated that planting on the opposite end of the bed down there. As I say, get the tall plants on the outside and the smaller plants are in the inside with no shadows. Here we have 2 rows of Celery and Cabbage. There's 2 rows of 4, so a total of 8 plants there. Here there's 8 plants of cauliflower. These are the Clapton variety. Onto the opposite end of the bed, and again we've got another 2 lots of 4 in the row of Celery and Cabbage. You may notice there's still 2 lots of 8 rows, pots still to be sown, and in the greenhouse I've sown some more cabbage and cauliflower, just a few seeds. And the idea behind this is to have a staggered planting so they don't all crop together. All of the plants have been watered in with a nice diluted lime wash. We're just coming to the end of what's turned out to be a beautiful day. As you can see, the net's now all in place and tucked in. There's still a few gaps in the Brassica beds, but as I said before, they'll be filled in by the plants, which I'm just coming along now, and hopefully it'll enable a successional sowing. Well, good morning all. It looks like we've been blessed with another glorious day again. So without wasting any further time, I'm going to get the onions out. This is the onion bed, but as you can see, I've got the shallots already well underway, and on there is the garlic and elephant garlic, although that's in desperate need of weeding. There's some decent potatoes in there as well by the look of it. Anyway, so these 2 beds are the ones where the sets will be going out. There's 4 trays there, there's 2 in the greenhouse, just having a little soak. I've got my marking board out here, and I've decided to put 12 onions in the row, which works out just nice really, because there's 2 trays of 24 for each variety, and that'll work out nicely. So without further ado, let's get going. I am adding some mycorrhizal to the roots just before I plant out. So that's the red onions sorted. There's 48 in total. I've still got another 96 of another 2 varieties to plant out, but I think now's the time. I'm going to have some bit of lunch, and if this sun carries on, I could even get my shorts on. I just knew the thought of wearing shorts would force the sun to run for cover. Oh well. So this is the bed complete now. I managed to get 11 rows in with 12 plants per row, so that's 132 altogether. It's taken quite a while. I've still got another 12 left of the one variety. I only got 3 rows in of this. The one on the end is called Fen Early, but I'll probably put the other row in the next bed when I put out the leeks, and also there's a brown shallots. All that's left now to do is add the mesh barrier, the cage, and also give them a good watering in. Well, the lid's on. That's the end of the day. We've had some glorious weather, but it's took longer than I thought it actually would. Anyway, the main thing is when I look, I can see something's changed. That makes it all worthwhile. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, good morning all. You join me on the sad day that wake up and hear the news of the goings on in Manchester. Our thoughts are with the parents, the people and everybody associated with them who's been affected. I'm just potting on some more cauliflowers now. You may recall that in the Brassica bed I'd left some space. Well, these are the plants that hopefully will grow a bit better and we can plant them out. Even though I only need 8, I've potted 10 on. They look a bit sorry for themselves at the moment, but I'm sure they'll pick up. I'm just giving them a little drink from below. I'm just potting on now a few courgettes. This variety is called All Green Bush. I've got 4 in total, but I think I'll only be planting 2 out maximum. I'm giving these a little treat with some mycorrhizal just before I pot them on. I'm rounding this one up by pricking out some celery. It's a 24 cell tray. I'll just be doing the 24 stations and I'll probably give the rest away. I've given them a good soaking. It's flattened them a bit, but that'll soon pick up. As you can see, there's still quite a lot left over, so I'll ask around to see if anyone wants those. Well, that brings this one to a close. I did say in the last episode that I was having a few issues with my computer. Well, them continuing, and unfortunately it looks like a hardware issue. Keeps shutting down when it's under stress, so I've got a bit of software at the moment monitoring the temperature of the processors. but I may end up having to take it into it. It's a pity really, because I've took quite a lot of footage. You may know I went at the Malvern Spring Festival and I got a few interviews with various people there, so if I still can chug my way through, I'll try and get that loaded. And in the next episode, I'll be, what shall I be doing? Oh, I'll definitely put in the Zabroon shallots out, possibly middle eggs, and also unearthing the first bucket of first early potatoes. But when that'll be, I don't know, because if the computer's playing up, I'm snookered. Anyway, that's about it. And so until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.